injury report. Luke was available. Max and Max here out.
Jason, you guys outscored them 62-38 in the paint in game one. What do you have to do tonight to get that same type of production?
Yeah, I think we got to be aggressive. If that's what they're going to give us, we got to be aggressive, and then we got to put the ball in the basket if we get those opportunities.
Coach, you guys know how hard your job is. How rough was it to see a guy like JB get let go after a pretty good playoff run and beat up roster like that?
Yeah, JB's one of the good guys and one of the good coaches in this league, and it's unfortunate, but that's what happens in our industry. Good guys or good coaches get fired. Hopefully he'll get on his feet because he is a good coach and a good dude. So, but things change. Cleveland has a plan, so shit happens.
Coach, a question about your defense. Since the trade deadline, it's been really good, top 10. Was it just about the acquisitions? What kind of triggered this defensive surge for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's the personnel, the want, the understanding from coach to player what we're asking them to do, and they're doing it at a high level. And it takes time, as much as we would like it to happen in training camp or in December. We kept working. We made some changes, and those pieces fit what we were asking on the defensive end. Also, with Lively, just being a rookie, being able to pick up what we're asking him to do, understand sometimes rookies, it takes a year or two, but he's a different young man. He understands the game. He understands what we're asking him to do, and he's doing it at a high level for us. But the personnel, and then when you look at Luka and Kai, they're participating on the defensive end. And so when your stars believe in the defense, it just makes it that much easier.
Coach, Luka was 7 of 18 in the first three quarters Wednesday, and then he had 15 in the fourth. Can you talk about the kind of composure it takes to survive a slow start like that?
Yeah, that's Kai.
Luka.
Yeah, that's having Kai.
Oh.
That's easy. When you have Kai, when Kai was going, Luka didn't make the shots that he normally has, but I think just the patience. Also, we tried to get him out, keep his minutes down, and I thought he had his legs there in the fourth quarter, not just offensively but defensively too. Comes up with a big deflection, but just hopefully we can have that same pattern where we can keep him out in the first half and then let him go. We had the opportunity to maybe let him go for the whole 12 minutes in the fourth if we had to. But his legs, just having that strength and not having to do everything, to have someone like Kai to lean on or lean with in the first half. And then your role players, when you talk about PJ and D. Jones, those guys being able to step up and make shots, that also helped us for the first three quarters.
Jason, the Sheed acquisition gets talked a lot about as kind of propelling the Pistons back in 2004, and Celtics got Derek White a couple years ago, and they were middling around 500, made a finals run. Just your experience in the game, how rare is it to make moves like you guys did and actually have it work out to kind of be an accelerant the way it has been? And why do you think sometimes it doesn't work out that way?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've seen it as a player. We got Rodney Rogers and Cliff and those guys to Jersey, and we end up going to the finals. It's just the makeup, character, on and off the floor. Sometimes we just look at it in one angle, and that's just on the floor. Sometimes if you have the character on and off the floor, it probably makes it a little bit easier. Championship teams have done it. You brought up, the Celtics with White. Pieces fit. sometimes it's just like the number one pick. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. It's just that's what makes sport, fun. Putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Sometimes they fit. Sometimes everyone thinks they're going to fit, and it goes the other way. But I think when you look at the change that we made with Gaff and PJ, those two have known each other, from AAU. So they understood each other's game. They understood each other on and off the floor. And then to be able to play defense and then to also understand they're going to get wide open looks, I think, when you're open or you're told to shoot it in this league, you got the green light, you'll get a better return, and those guys have done that for us.
Hey, Jason. There was a lot of talking after game one. Is there something specific that you said to the team that they should not spend too much time on social media and to read all the quotes and all what was going on?
Yeah, I think we talked after the game that we hadn't done anything. We found a way to win on the road. It's the first time we've won game one, so we probably didn't know how to celebrate. But the big thing is, again, we got to find a way to win on the road again tonight. So there's no time to celebrate. We can, look at the film, get better. The energy, being positive with one another in a hostile environment is going to be tested again tonight. But no, there wasn't a lot of talking. Guys were probably a little tired, exhausted. But again, thrilled that we were able to find a way to win. But now, I think Kai said it best. We can celebrate for 30 minutes, and that game's over. Now we got to push forward for game two.
Jason, you guys had a really unusual shooting night in game one for your standards. When you look at film, when you look at what did work and what didn't work, how important is it to examine the process of how you got there and kind of divorce that from the results of what the stats might show?
Yeah, I think we're going to find out here in game two. If we can get those same shots, and you're probably talking about the threes, if we're going to have those threes, we got to take them, and we believe that we'll knock them down here tonight, and hopefully that gives us a chance to win. But we got good looks. They got good looks. Everybody goes, if we get those same looks tonight, that we're going to make them. So they shot 49 of them. That's something that they normally don't do. And they got good looks. If they make a couple of those, the game could be different. But we got to do a better job on the perimeter. We got to do a better job on the boards. And then, again, if we can get to the paint, we got to take it. And then we made our free throws. That's big with us because we're not a team that shoots the free throws at a high percentage. So if we can get to the free throw line too, that helps us. But we believe we're going to get threes tonight and that we're going to knock them down. Thanks.